Girl here. Today I'll be reviewing the Cra-Z-Loom, which I've had so many requests from my YouTube subscribers and my followers on Instagram. And it says the ultimate rubber band loom. And this loom has 600 latex-free mixed rubber bands. And this is the front of the box. And it is super colorful with all these different designs they've made with this kit. And on the back, there's a bigger image of the loom, the hook, and the mixed bands. So, now I'm going to open the box. And when I look into the box, if I can show this to you, it's a big box, as I was saying, that holds a couple of things in here. I'm just going to take this stuff out. There. I'm going to put the box to my side for now. And this is what you get in the kit. I chose the blue loom since I like the color blue and I didn't want to get the pink or the green loom. Here's this Cra-Z-Loom's instruction manual. And it's showing you here how to make the single. They're calling this the bridge style bracelet, the waterfall bracelet, and the single loop. And this single loop goes with this. And with the Cra-Z-Loom, there is numbers here so it can help you follow the instructions. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 pegs going down. And most of the looms I've reviewed, I've seen more rounded pegs than more squared pegs, and these are squared. And the hook here is fairly long and also pretty bendy, and I'm not going to bend it too much since I don't want to break it. And when I'm looking here at the hook, there isn't such a point to grab too many rubber bands, and it's a fairly small loop. And here are the bands. It's a mixed pack. And for most of the looms I've reviewed, the bags are more dense, not like this one that's more wide and thinner. And I'm going to open the bag up. And there are a few different shades of colors. Like there's this darker form of pink and the neon pink. There's this lime green, and there's also a dark green, which I'm trying to get out of the bag here. Where is it? And there's 1, 2. There are 3 different shades of blue. There's also a red, a purple, and this purple is actually doubled. A yellow, this one's also doubled here. A black and a white. And with this loom, I'm trying to bend it. It's not bending, so it's a nice sturdy piece of plastic. Now I'm gonna do a stretch test. I'm gonna see how many pegs I can stretch this band. So I'm getting it on one. Let's see how many I can stretch to. Oops, it just flew out of my hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can stretch 8 pegs down. How many pegs across? Let's see. Oh, it just fell. So it doesn't stretch across as well as it does going down. This hook has a circular form at the end. And this hook is long, so if you have a bigger hand, you could also use this hook since, as I said, it's longer. And I'm looking here for the clips, and here they are. These are S clips. And there are 24 S clips in this pack. And since in most of my reviews I've been making only singles, I'm gonna make this time a triple single. So I'm gonna turn my loom so the arrows are pointing away from me and make a triple single. So I'm just gonna make this in random colors since I don't really care what colors it's in. And these bands are stretching fairly well, so it's easy for me to place them down on the pegs. At Target, you can get this loom for $12.99, and I have a follow me around there, so I'll put the link for that in the description box down below. And at Toys R Us, it costs $14.99, so there is a price difference. I would recommend to get this loom from Amazon since it's cheaper. It's $9.99 on Amazon, and I'll put the links for all those 3 places you can get them in the description box down below. And I'm on my 3rd row. These bands look super shiny. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the way they made them. And these bands, as I was showing you, sometimes get doubled together, which looks a bit weird, but it's just how the bands come. And I placed all my 3 rows down, and I'm just going to turn my loom around and place triangles. When I'm placing the triangles, I have to push all the bands down since there's not much room here on the pegs. And when I'm pushing them down with my hook, they're not getting pushed down too much. That's not very nice. That's not a nice feature about it, since the pegs look pretty short. And I'm placing my triangles down. And on these pegs, there's a miniature square attached to it. I'm guessing that's for holding the bands on. And there I have completed placing my rubber bands down. Just making sure all of them are down. And now I'm gonna start looming. So when I'm looming here, even though it's the first rubber band I've been doing, it's tricky to get this hook through the pegs since they're, as I was saying, super short. And this doesn't want to get on the peg. And the material on the hook doesn't want to push back the rubber bands. And it's just not wanting to come off the peg. So what I'm trying to do when I'm trying to hook it, if you can see that, they're just slipping off their pegs. So I'm guessing they just don't like it. When I'm not even done hooking that peg, it just falls off, which is not so much fun, but this time it didn't, which was nice. And this is tricky since I was saying about the miniature squares attached to the pegs. That makes it tricky to get it off the peg. And it was about to pop off when I'm trying to grab the bottom band here. And I feel the hook, when I'm holding it here, it's just bending its way back. And this has more pegs going down than the other looms I've reviewed. Like most of the looms that I've reviewed go 13 pegs down, so there's an extra peg going down. And as I was showing you about the popped off bands here, they're getting a bit tangled up with the center bands. I'm almost done with the center row. If you can see that there, I have to pull the band so much for it to pop off the peg. And this is starting to hurt my hand. And you can connect another Cra-Z-Loom to the side to make it wider. And you can attach another Cra-Z-Loom to make it longer. And now I'm on my last row. And in the Cra-Z-Loom instruction manual, they call this bracelet the waterfall. And here I'm on my third row, and the bands are about to pop off before I even had a chance to wrap the bands. These bands are so stiff to try to grab them out of the pegs. And my hook keeps getting tangled off here, because trying to push it back is not working very well. Yay, I'm almost done. Looming. There. All I need to do now is transfer these two sides to the center. There. My hand hurts. Just grabbing another band to slip my hook through here. I'm just gonna pull the bracelet. Really? A band snap. And since these squares are making it trickier to pull the bands off, and here I have pulled my waterfall bracelet off, and as I was saying, if you can see that, it is really shiny. And I don't like that it's so shiny. I prefer it to be like a regular colored band. Now I'm gonna say my things that I like and my dislikes. I know it could get easier if you keep using the Cra-Z-Loom. And I'm just going to slip knot this here. And as I was showing you, the broken band that broke while I was pulling it off, here is falling apart now because it was broken, and it was one of the top bands. And my opinion is that they should make the hook sturdier, since it is always bending on you when you're trying to pull the bands in, and make the pegs longer, and take off these squares here. But as I was saying, since I'm a first-time user, I know you could probably get used to having these here. And one more thing is to make these bands less shiny. And time for my legs. I like that it comes with 24S clips, since they're just clips and they can clip your bracelets. I like that this is a longer loom that has one more set of pegs. And something else that I like is that you could attach more Cra-Z-Looms onto it. And something I forgot to say for my dislikes is that it, in my opinion, would be a lot trickier to make a hex fish here, since the pegs, in the middle of the pegs, there isn't an opening, so it couldn't come through. But there's still most likely a way that you can do it. I like that the instruction manual has some different patterns in it, like the bridge style bracelet and the waterfall. And here's the single loop. So there are lots of cool techniques in this big pamphlet, or I should say instruction manual. Don't forget, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and G+. My username is the Loom Girl, and I will see you soon. Bye!